Consumer groups have launched what they're calling a super complaint over the cost of dialling free call numbers from mobile phones. While they're free to landline callers, 1800 and 1300 numbers can cost more than $7 for an 8-minute call from a mobile. And as more Australians make the switch to mobiles only, there's concern that the charges are hurting those who can least afford them. Elissa Freeman is from the Australian Communications Consumer Action Network.
Well, the sorts of services that we're concerned about really run across all of society, in particular government services. You know, just about any government agency that interacts with the population offers either a 1800 or 13 service to enable people to get in touch with them. There's also many utility companies that set up these services so that customers can get in touch with them, and other basic essentials like roadside assistance and even police and services like Lifeline use 13 services to enable affordable access.
So have phone companies been deliberately secretive about these charges?
Well, what's happened is that these rules were set up quite some time ago to facilitate free or low-cost access from landlines. When the rules were set up, we really didn't have the number of mobile phones that we have in operation today. And slowly over time, as more and more people use mobile phones, the rules and regulations just simply haven't kept pace. Now, it's certainly the case that telcos haven't necessarily been very upfront with people, explaining to them that there can be quite significant core costs that apply from mobile phones, but really this is a failure of regulation to keep pace with changing technology.
And why are low-income earners particularly at risk?
Well, low-income earners are more likely to operate from a prepaid phone. They're less likely to have access to a landline, and they're also more likely to need to get in touch with government and other essential agencies, and so they're going to need to be accessing those 13 services. We've been documenting cases whereby people can't afford to access services, are too scared to access them because they'll use up their credit, or have incurred debt as a result of accessing them.
So what needs to be done about these charges?
Well, we're really challenging the Australian Communications and Media Authority to take a leadership role on this and to work with industry and the community and indeed government agencies to try and find a solution. It may well be the case that the regulation needs to be changed, or it may be the case that we can identify a new set of numbers that simply don't incur the same billing charges.
In the meantime, how can consumers avoid being hit with these charges?
Well, if it is at all possible to make a 1800 call or a 13 call from a landline, that's preferable. But of course, that isn't always going to be possible when you're out and about, or the nature of the call itself. So it's about being aware of the charges that you're incurring, and if you need to ask an agency to give you a call back.
Elissa Freeman, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.